Hey fight fans! Have you ever wondered what happens when lightning-fast reflexes meet raw, explosive power? Well, today we're breaking down one of the most anticipated matchups in modern boxing, Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. I'm your host, and in the next few minutes we're diving deep into 1. Who are these fighters? Their backgrounds, personalities, and fighting styles. 2. What leads up to this epic clash? Training camps, trash talk, and the stakes. 3. How will the fight unfold? No underindeden, round-by-round tactics, key moments, and possible turning points. 4. What's at stake? Titles, legacies, and next moves. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this fight has boxing fans on the edge of their seats, and why it could redefine both a fighter's careers. So, hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you love boxing breakdowns, insider analysis, and a bit of drama, you're in the right place. Today's epic showdown features Rolly Romero, nicknamed Rolly, the hard-hitting junior lightweight from Las Vegas, known for his aggressive style and knockout power. Ryan Garcia, King Rye, the Californian phenom with lightning speed and social media swagger. Both men have dazzled fans with highlight reel knockouts and record-breaking pay-per-view draws. Romero, with an almost perfect knockout rate, brings raw strength and unrelenting pressure. Garcia counters with lightning-fast combinations, pinpoint accuracy, and an unbeatable jab. This fight isn't just about two athletes throwing punches. It's a classic duel of a power versus speed. A clash that forces us to ask, can Garcia's quickness outmaneuver Romero's power, or will Romero's relentless assault overcome Garcia's defenses? Over the next several segments, we'll explore each fighter's journey, analyze their game plans, and predict how this epic battle might end. Ready? Let's start our journey with the story of Rolly Romero. The story begins, Rolly Romero's rise. In the sun-scorched streets of Las Vegas, where life throws punches before breakfast, a boy named Rolando Rolly Romero was growing up fast, maybe too fast. Born into a neighborhood where toughness wasn't a choice, but a necessity. Rolly learned early that survival meant standing tall, even when life hit hard. He didn't dream of boxing from the crib like some kids. In fact, it wasn't until he was 15 that he first laced up gloves. His father, a former judoka, pushed discipline, but it was Coach Gustavo Montano who first recognized the fire in Rolly's eyes. There was something raw, something unteachable. Rolly wasn't just throwing punches, he was throwing warnings. As an amateur, he racked up more than 50 bouts. Each fight sharpened him. His fists were thunder, and his confidence was pure steel. He started turning heads at local Golden Gloves tournaments, not just with knockouts, but with flashes of smart defense. The kid could punch, but he could also think. In 2016, at just 19 years old, he turned pro, and he didn't tiptoe into the spotlight. He kicked the door down. His first 6 professional fights all ended the same way, with his opponents on the canvas. His reputation grew, heavy hands, granite chin, a relentless forward march. Then came the big leap. In 2019, the world watched as Rolly stepped into the ring celebrating against former world champion Jose Pedraza. No one expected him to win, but Rolly had other plans. He dropped Pedraza with a crushing overhand right in round 7, a stunning TKO that lit up headlines and shifted his career into overdrive. Then came his fight against the seasoned Ukrainian, Viktor Postol. This time, it wasn't just power. Rolly moved with intent, used footwork, slipped punches. People began to notice. He was evolving. He wasn't just a brawler anymore, he was becoming a boxer. His style, though, remains built on chaos. That overhand, right? It's feared across the division. He doesn't dance. He doesn't wait. He pressures, he breaks rhythm, and he forces war. He takes hits to give hits, and his chin? Practically bulletproof. But Rolly isn't perfect. His aggression sometimes leaves gaps. A dropped guard, an open chin. In long fights, when the adrenaline fades, he can tire. And against clever, elusive opponents, his power-first plan can look too predictable. Still, Rolly Romero's rise is no accident. It's a story of grit, of raw talent honed through sweat and struggle. From Vegas gyms to world title conversations, he's carved his name into the sport with blood and thunder. But now, a new chapter awaits. A faster, flashier storm is heading his way. Ryan Garcia. Speed, precision, showmanship. And this is going to be Rolly's toughest test yet. The story continues. Ryan Garcia's meteoric ascent. If Rolly Romero is the storm, then Ryan Garcia is the lightning. fast, flashy, and dangerous in the blink of an eye. Born on January 8, 1998 in Victorville, California, Ryan's story didn't begin in a boxing gym. It began with a battle inside himself. As a child, he struggled with anxiety, a storm within that he couldn't explain. Boxing became his outlet, and by the age of 7, his hands were faster than most adults. His confidence soared with each punch. Ryan's incredible speed and timing quickly turned heads in amateur tournaments. He wasn't just boxing. He was performing. By 2012, he began uploading training videos and fight highlights, gaining viral fame. By 2017, he had over 1 million YouTube subscribers, blending his boxing prowess with influencer status. Ryan made his pro debut in 2016 with a first-round knockout, solidifying his place in the boxing world. His amateur record of 215 wins and 15 losses, with 200 knockouts, wasn't just hype. It was pedigree. In 2021, everything changed during his fight with Luke Campbell. After being knocked down in the second round, Ryan rose to the challenge, knocking Campbell out by the 7th round. That night, he proved he wasn't just a star. He was a true fighter. Despite doubts about his knockout power, Ryan has shown his growth. He outboxed Devin Haney in an exhibition match, showcasing intelligence, precision, and defense. Ryan's lightning-fast hands and counterpunching abilities have earned respect, but critics still question his ability to handle pressure, especially after his loss to Gervonta Tank Davis. Can he focus amid his fame? The stage is set for a showdown. Rolly Romero, the power-punching wrecking ball, versus Ryan Garcia, the lightning-fast technician. Only one will rise to lightweight supremacy. Emotions and reactions. The build-up. The anticipation for Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia was electric. It wasn't just a fight, it was a clash of personalities. Two fighters on different paths, both determined to prove they belong at the top. The trash talk. It all began with the words. Romero, brimming with confidence, declared, "I'm coming to break his spirit." His message wasn't just about boxing, it was about his heart and power. Garcia fired back, "Speed wins," vowing to deliver punches Romero wouldn't see coming. The trash talk spread like wildfire across social media, stoking the fire even further. Training camps. While the talk was loud, the work was silent. Romero's brutal camp in Las Vegas focused on endurance and relentless pressure, ensuring his power wouldn't fade. Meanwhile, Garcia's camp in Oxnard centered on speed, agility, and precision, with workouts designed to sharpen his reflexes. Key workouts. Romero's sparring was devastating, reportedly dropping heavy weights in practice. Garcia's workouts were fast-paced, with 100 punch-per-minute sessions and counter drills, preparing him to evade and strike. Coaches' perspectives. Romero's coach, Gustavo Montano, aimed for a dogfight. Garcia's coach, Eddie Reynoso, focused on technical boxing, planning to frustrate Romero with speed and movement. The emotional stakes. For Romero, this was about proving his doubters wrong. For Garcia, it was about silencing the critics who questioned his toughness after his loss to Gervonta Tank Davis. The build-up was intense, with fans split, adding to the excitement as fight night approached. Round-by-round breakdown of how the fight might unfold. The night of the fight arrived, and the air was thick with tension. The bell rang, and both men took their first steps into the ring. Round 1 to 3, the feeling-out process. Garcia's jab was on point. He danced around Romero, probing for openings, keeping his distance. With each jab, he was testing Romero's defense, looking for any signs of weakness. Romero, on the other hand, was relentless, coming forward with his shield up, trying to land his signature overhand right. The pace was fast, but neither man gave much ground. This was just the beginning, but you could feel the storm brewing. Round 2. Garcia saw his chance. As Romero leaned in, Garcia landed a crisp right cross. Romero shrugged it off, nodding like it was nothing. But Garcia could tell. He had Romero's attention now. The pressure started to build. Romero didn't back down. He pushed forward, looking for his opening. Round 4 to 6. Mid-fight adjustments. Garcia began targeting Romero's body, landing hooks to the ribs. He was starting to slow Romero down, using his speed to pick his shots, but Romero wasn't done. He adjusted his stance, throwing left hooks as Garcia circled. The two exchanged, each fighter testing the other's limits. Round 5. Romero cornered at Garcia, unloading a savage 3-punch combination. Garcia clinched, trying to survive the storm. When they separated, Garcia fired back, landing a quick combo to show that he wasn't going anywhere. Round 7 to 9. The turning point fatigue was beginning to show. Romero's punches still had power, but Garcia's combinations were becoming sharper. In round 8, a critical exchange unfolded. Garcia landed a flurry, jab, uppercut, straight right. Romero staggered, but then he came back with a looping right that just missed. The tension in the crowd was unbearable. This was it. The turning point. Potential knockdown scenario. If Romero could catch Garcia slipping, landing his overhand right clean, it could be lights out. But if Garcia timed a counter as Romero lunged, it could send the power punching machine crashing down. Rounds 10 to 12. Championship rounds. Now it was about survival versus finishing. Garcia's stamina and head movement were tested like never before. Romero's conditioning was under the microscope. Would his power fade, or would he find that knockout shot? Garcia was going to keep scoring, using his jab and quick combinations to rack up points. Romero, knowing this, was going all in for the knockout. This was the ultimate test of willpower, and whoever found that extra gear would likely walk away victorious. Resolution and takeaway. Aftermath and what's next. When the final bell rang, everyone was on the edge of their seat. The judges' scorecards would be razor thin, and this could go either way. If Romero wins, he cements his place as one of the hardest hitters in boxing, likely moving on to even bigger names like Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis. If Garcia wins, he silences all the critics, proving that he's more than just a social media sensation. He's a real contender. This fight wasn't just about speed versus power. It was about mental toughness, about how each fighter adapted, how they dealt with adversity. It's a reminder that in boxing, it's not just about the punches you throw. It's about how you react when the storm comes for you. No matter who wins, the fight will leave a lasting impact on the lightweight division and the sport itself. The world will be watching as these two future legends shape the future of boxing. So, who do you think will come out on top? Rolly Romero or Ryan Garcia? Drop your prediction in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. We've got more epic fights on the way. See you in the ring.